Kalesh for organizing such a FDP. I once again welcome all the participants for this session. Uh, this today's session is on digital marketing and business analytics. But yesterday's session, I would like to, because the participants are same, maybe if the coordinators permit me for 2-3 minutes, and I would like to show something for them. Is my screen is shared, sir, for you?
No, sir. Only it's a blank screen, sir.
Okay. Is it now shared, sir?
Yes, sir. It's only window is showing, sir, I think.
Window
Only
is showing. Some window is there.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sir, now is it okay? Please respond, sir. Could you see what I'm? There is a paper. I would like to show it to you.
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, you can stop sharing and again you can share, sir.
Now, could you
Ah,
see it,
yes, sir.
sir?
Yes, sir. It's showing, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. There may be some technical glitch. So this is what I thought is like in the review also you can publish paper only with the review of research. This is one of my scholar completed his PhD in higher education. So we attempted a paper titled Service Quality in Higher Education, a review and conceptual model. So this helps for the next researchers who would like to do service quality research in higher education. This paper becomes helpful for them. I told you that my paper is in service quality in retailing, and somebody may do service quality in higher education, service quality in secondary education, like that, service quality in banking, or service quality in hotels, service quality in tourism sector, like that you can able to do. So this is what the table which I told you yesterday. Like in 1984, Grunrus identified these dimensions. See the review from 1984 how the service quality was considered. We have conceptualized the details so that if you are doing somebody a research in 2025 from 1984, the data is available. So 1984, how the service quality is considered. 1991, how the service quality is considered. Like that, you have the list of articles so that you can able to consider how the evaluation and paradigm shifts in the service quality, like 2006 how service quality was considered, 2008, 2009. So this is how 2009 you have the articles. And if somebody would like to continue from 2009 to 2025, then you have service quality research from 1984 to 2009. One paper got published and another paper may be published from 2009 to 2025. I felt the yesterday's discussion is dry, but still it is more meaningful. My point is straight and clear that if you are good at the review of literature, and it will empower you what to do and how to do and how to complete your research. I would like to show this article also. This is also Scopus published articles. So this is common ground research. Hope you are you could able to see the screen. So this is the earlier article is service quality in higher education. But we got one project from ICSSR, and then we completed the project service quality in secondary education. We have some 5-6 objectives, but the literature review itself we attempted. It took some 8 to 12 months to publish this particular article only on literature review on service quality. This will exhaustively analyzes all the articles related to all the research that is related to service quality in higher education. So the evaluation, growth, and all the objectives, methodology that they have adopted, all these things were covered here. What methodology we adopted. So you can see that how the data was sourced. So we used the research databases like JGate, ResearchGate, Google Scholar, and research reports of the World Bank and UNESCO. So somebody which is not collected here, then they can go for the other databases. So this paper comprises the studies of 117 research articles between the period of 1956 to 1921. Suppose if somebody wants to do service quality research in secondary education, see, this particular paper summarizes 117 articles which are being published in the articles in the databases called JGate, ResearchGate, Google Scholar, and all during the period of 1956 to 2021. If somebody wants to do research from 2022 onwards, so there is no need of again collecting the articles. This article will be helpful for them. They can able to go for this. So these are the survey determinants, and I will give you the table so that you can understand in a full-fledged manner. This is like little extension for the yesterday's class. So how a review of literature helps us, empowers us to do research in a better manner. So if you have some concrete idea about what you are doing, what is your problem statement, research problem statement, what methodology you are adopted, everything, you will get clues from the research methodology. In the earlier discussion, we discussed data science is your research area. Why only data science? Why you not considered big data? Why you are not considered business analytics? You should have some proper justification for all those things. Then you should start the review. And once you complete the review, then the review article itself you can publish in a nice journal. So this is also a review article which we taught, and we also did the same. Then we also did the research article in social media marketing. I will also show that. Then we will quickly move on to so this is also service quality in higher education, a critical review. This is another article only on the review of literature, which was collected for the research purpose. We made it into a paper so that it will helps us to understand our place of research, and also helps the other research scholars who are interested in doing the same research. This will become the base for them to pursue the further research. So I downloaded all these articles to share how we can consolidate the efforts of the review and in a published manner. So all research efforts that were contributed for developing a review will help you to publish a good journal. So this is what I thought of discussing. Still you have some doubts, maybe at the end of this session you can ask me, you can pose some questions. So let us come back to this session. This is a different version where we will talk. Hope my PPT is visible to you. Somebody please say yes or no. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, this is what the given topic for me for today's lecture. I'm happy for this to share my views. I'm again, once again, I would like to share my ideas here. Like I will be explaining about what is digital marketing. I will be explaining about what is business analytics and how the digitalization takes place in India and what sectors got affected and the way ahead. And there are intricacies of the technology and the business domain. So it is like that. So technology and business knowledge should go side by side. So we will call it as a technical expert is different, functional expertise is different. So we do have the domain knowledge, or we do have the functional knowledge, how a business will operate, and what are the information or technology requirements of a particular business. That may be the agenda to discuss this, and how we will get the information, how to bridge that particular technology and information gap is the part of the computer science or maybe the other science graduates. So let us have a discussion about understanding of the digital marketing and business analytics in a cool and steady manner, so that you can have some ideas of where the technology or where your programming or other AI tools will fill this particular gap, so that better products and services will be released or maybe developed for the convenience of the customers. So this topic is digital marketing and business analytics. So it is inevitable for any company to remain competitive in this technological shift, and also to create higher value. It is inevitable in the present scenario to adopt the new technologies and to accept the innovations, etc. Otherwise you will be crushed out of the market. So if you are technologically illiterate, then there is no room for you to do the business. So that is one point I would like to clarify. And digital marketing has been identified as one of the major trends changing the society. So we have to discuss one word called digital consumption. Now the society, or may the business or the entrepreneurs, producers, sellers, the digital consumption has been increased drastically. The average time by an Indian who spends on digital products, let it be WhatsApp, Facebook, or etc., is increased from 3 hours to 4 hours. This is the average spent time, and that has been increasing. So if it is the business is in the digital format, it is helpful for the players who are in the business to promote. Then you can also consider the e-commerce, electronic commerce, and digital economy, online marketing, internet marketing may be used interchangeably. I request the members to mute yourself, those who are there, please, so that it will create some disturbance. Then digital marketing, what is digital marketing is like, it includes buying, selling, distribution of goods, including digital products, services through network, delivers the products, and it is also helps to sell them online or deliver them through traditional mode as well as physical delivery using some or the other technologies. So buying, selling, marketing, distribution, everything is happening online. So that what we will call it as the system of doing business is getting digitalized. So that is also one we have to understand. Then what is exactly the digitalization is the continuous convergence between the real world and virtual world. So now the real world is different and the world is different. More of the virtual world, we will call it as the digitalization. Then this is a simple marketing system. Those who are not into the management system, it will help them to understand how business takes place. So one portion or one side of the business, we have buyers. So every one of us are like, every one of us will buy. We're all consumers. And other side of the consumers, we have sellers, or you can say producers. One side is producers or sellers. Other side is buyers and consumers. Sellers have different products and services which are targeted for buyers. For buying that particular product, buyers need to transfer the money, and the sellers would like to communicate about the products and services. It takes care about the communication, advertisement, publicity, public relations, direct marketing, etc. And what kind of products they need to produce, they have to collect the information from the buyers. This is a very, very simple, easy process, but this system is influenced by many uncontrollable players like government regulations, economic environment, cultural environment, demographic environment, political environment, and a legal environment. Then the system becomes complex. But the purpose of digital marketing here is like the each gap, like how the sellers are selling the products and services online or in a digital manner. That is the challenge, and some technology bridges that particular gap, and then that solution is there. How the sellers should advertise about their products and services to the buyers. Then you have social media advertising
Sir,
or
Uday sir,
content.
sir,
Yeah,
sorry
sir.
for the
Tell me, sir.
interruption. PPT is not visible,
Yeah.
sir. Only your paper is visible, sir.
Sir, now is it visible, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Just, sir, is it visible, sir, now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, okay. Excuse me for this technical glitch. So, this is a simple marketing system. One side is sellers, other side is buyers. This particular entire process is now getting digitalized. So, sellers are advertising their products via social media, Facebook, online. So there is no physical advertisement, but still physical advertisements are there. I cannot say that physical advertisements are not completely gone, but the entire loops are getting digitalized. How they are collecting the information. Earlier it is in the physical form, now they are collecting online. How they are selling the products. Earlier it is store-based retailing. You will visit a store and you buy. Now there are several softwares and technologies are came up, apps are came up so that you are buying online. So the entire process, they are identifying one particular loop and they're completing the loop with a particular technology so that you will understand the portion, the intentions of the sellers and the expectations of the buyers and how this technology will fit in this particular system. If you understand, you will have the functional knowledge. So technical knowledge is different rather than the functional knowledge. So technical knowledge should immerse with the functional knowledge. Then only that particular app, that particular technology becomes a high hit. Otherwise, that particular technology becomes not usable by the buyers. I'll have some examples. We will also discuss them. Uh, so to the entire marketing part, so I have to classify, explain only this particular need and want in the wedge of digitalization. We all have needs and wants are different. The difference between need and want is like these two terms are loosely used. So needs are common and generic. So like say, I'll explain in a simple manner. Everyone feels hungry, then hunger becomes a need. The way and how they satisfy the need becomes want. Suppose if I am hungry, I eat idli. If somebody is hungry, they may eat some pizza. If somebody else is hungry, they may eat some burger. But hunger is the common need, but how we satisfy the need, we have different varieties of fashion, then we'll call it as a want. So these digital technologies are reshaping our needs, creating new needs, inventing new needs, and we have different wants. Let us say communication is a need. You want to communicate with others. How you communicate becomes want. Let us say somebody communicates with internet, somebody communicates with a mobile phone, somebody may write a postcard or something else, that becomes the want. Everybody wants education. Where you study becomes the want. So needs are generic and common, wants are product specific and individual specific. The concept of digital marketing is that generic needs has to be converted into product specific wants. Let us say entertainment is a need, but OTT is want. So there are several ways of entertainment, entertaining ourselves. So you can go to gym, or you can go to a park, or you can go to anywhere. But if you are subscribing for OTT, that means that OTT platform satisfying your entertainment need, so that they are making the business. So transportation is a need, clothing is a need, shelter is a need, education is a need, transport entertainment is a need, hunger is a need, rest is a need. The where how you satisfy your needs in a different fashion, we'll call it as wants. So digitalization bridges this particular gap and carefully transforms our needs into product specific wants. Suppose you say entertainment, then the digital marketing comes into the picture. Why don't you have a OTT so that it is customized? Whatever the movie you like, you can enjoy. So I'm satisfying my need in a different fashion. So this is the definition of the digital marketing. Like whatever you do in online to satisfy a customer need, then we will call it as digital marketing, given by the father of modern marketing, Philip Kotler. I'll share this PPT, don't worry, to Rediger, and he will in turn share to you. This is the brief history of digital marketing, and this is all secondary data. When the first engine was started, when the first transaction was happened, birth of Google, etc., etc. Only for our understanding, like the journey of digital marketing and our rate of adoption to digital technologies are increasing day by day, month by month, and year by year. So if you look back 10 years, this kind of a revolution in digital technologies was not there. And post COVID, the disruption of digital technologies evolved like anything, and the rate of digital consumption is also drastically increased after the COVID, and everybody habituated to use this or the other technology, so that they are into this particular digitized world. So these are the achievement: launch of Instagram, launch of Snapchat, Amazon, launch of Facebook Messenger, rise of content marketing. Then in the coming years, we may not sure that what kind of technologies will be there, and how these particular technologies will drive us to satisfy our needs. So need satisfaction always will be there. There is no change in the need satisfaction. The fashion how we satisfy our needs is driven by the technology. So earlier, Swiggy and Zomato is not that much popular, but now Swiggy and Zomato is popular because of the technological advantage, and it is convenience for many of the people to buy online. So few of the facts I would like to share. So these are the India is the fastest growing market for digital customers, or 70 million internet subscriber. That means, let us say the present population is about 150, between 140 crore to 150 crore population, and out of 150 crore, 50%, more than 50% of the population have internet subscriber. That means 700 million is about 70 crore population is having internet subscribers in 2023. But in 2024 and 2025, the number may increase further. So mobile data users consume 8.3 gigabytes, and the average consumption of GB per day GB or month GB is also increased, in contrast to the most advanced countries. So now and then people are having the plan daily internet plan, which is ranging from per day 2 GB, 2.5 GB, and somebody may have the internet, somebody may not have, but still the month average is compared to many other countries, Indian average consumption of data usage is high. Then 1.2 billion have mobile phones, and downloaded 12 billion apps in 2018. And so it is also like that. How many apps are there in your mobile phone? Or in what ways you are using your phone? Like somebody may use the phone only to receive the calls and make the calls, but somebody may uses the mobile phone like anything, and they do the business in the mobile phone, and they have many apps. So the number of apps that an average individual is downloading is also drastically increased over the years. So this is the fact, and this is also some of the interesting aspect. Data usage has been increased from 86 MB to 16,320 MB in 2004, and smartphones per 100 people is 5.4. Now it is 58.2 in 2000. Out of every 100 people, 58% are there in 2024. Now it may be 70% by 2000. That means out of 100 members, 70 members have smartphones. Total number of internet users are 239 million in 2014, and which is increased to 1020 million in 2023, and it may further increase. Like, we cannot imagine our life with internet, we cannot imagine our life with smartphone, and this became the necessity. And the last point is also important. Earlier, if you make a call, maybe in the year 2000, 2001, if phone is costly, making calls is costly. For outgoing, for receiving the calls also, you have to pay money, and internet is still costly, but now it has been reduced from 6.1 in 2004 to 0.1. So everybody is affordable. The internet usage is became affordable, so that everybody is accessing the internet. So that is also one of the case. So with this digital penetration in the Indian market, this is what the sectors expected to grow, multiplied by these many times. So by the end of 2005, we're already at the end of 2025. Banking and financial services, the future scenario of banking and financial services will be multiplied by 170 times. So one of the high hit, the way you do banking transactions. So as now people are habituated for UPI transactions. Before UPI, we have we used to go to bank and we withdraw cash, we deposit cash. Now ATMs are there. One revolution in the technology, people are habituated to ATMs. Once the UPI revolution is there, there is no point of going for bank and do the banking. So the physical presence of the bank is not there. The boundaries were vanished with with the development of the technologies. So everybody is using online banking, digital payments, and all. So that's why banking will grow at 170%. Job market and skill market will also grow 70 times. This is also an example. Education will also go 50 times. I am taking online, you are listening online. Earlier online, it is not considered as a medium of instruction in education institutions, but now people are preferring online because there were no limitations and boundaries. You can invite anybody in India, across the world, and anybody can participate. That particular flexibility encouraged the digital technologies. And agricultural sector will also grow by 70 times. Logistics and infrastructure will also grow by 30 times. The retail, I'm talking about retail, it is about 11.7 times will grow in the future by 2025, and it may further grow. So this is the digital adoption rate. These are all the interesting fact. So in 2018, 12.3 app downloads are there, but in 2024, it is about 23.2 billion app downloads. Let it be a gaming app or let it be any app. How many apps are there in your mobile phone is also one of the indicator for digital adoption. And Indian population is also, the average Indian age is less than 30 years. So most of the Indians are young. So that companies are focusing on India to experience uh, who will buy the digital and digital enabled products, only the youth. So India is a country where the average Indian age is less than 30. So there is a high market for India to for the digital, and digital consumption is also there. So as of early 25, there were 80 million internet users. So these are the latest statistics compared to the earlier slide. So 80 crores of people are having internet users, growing at 10% aggregate, and 87% of fintech rate. Out of 100 people are happily to use the Phone Pay, Google Pay app is 87%, including the rural areas. And this is the highest globally. So across all countries, and India rated highest who are using the fintech companies and internet usage. So these are the key digital statistics you may be interested, which we're already discussed a lot. So digital economy, the last point, economic impact is there. Social media, AI adoption, and rural adoption is also increasing drastically. Here, the technology should understand that there will be some barriers for the rural India to adopt the technologies. Let us say, for an ATM user, if the ATM won't communicate to them in their local language, they may be afraid of using the ATM. Let us say Telugu is the local language, Tamil is the local language in Tamil Nadu. Then if the digital technologies uses their local language to access their services, and they feel happy. So the rural adoption also increased 15 to 24% in India, and 95.7 uses mobile phone in the rural India because of the Google Translator, or maybe you can translate any language into your desired language, so that it is easy for the people to access all the to access all the technological services. If a technology if a technology has some barriers, then obviously that technology has to be improved. So the digital economy is also a significant contributor, which is contributing 11.74% in the GDP. And globally, India is number two after China. China is first in digital adoption, and in certain criteria we are globally first. Let us say fintech, UPI payments, we are first. But altogether, the digital adoption, we are second across the world, and the first is the China. So this is the drastic UPI increases and digital technologies post COVID. Lockdown 1, lockdown 2, you can see in billions of transactions are there. I'm also an example. Before COVID, I'm afraid of using the UPI payment because of security issues, lack of trust. or how it will happen. I don't have belief of in payment UPI, but COVID made us, because of the movement restrictions, COVID compelled us to use the UPI payments. And then now I'm not making any physical payments, and it is happy for us not to carry the physical cash also. So there is also another statistics are there. The number of transactions were multiplied by 200 percentage. So let us say you used to make 2 transactions in a month earlier, before 2018. Now the average transactions 2 into 200%, you are making 400 transactions in a month. So that much drastic adoption has been there in the digitalization. So let us focus on what exactly digitalization, how it will help us to invent, to tune up better technologies for the emerging world. So the adoption increases in the use of digital computer technology by an organization, industry, etc.
Sir,
We call it as a digital.
sir,
Yeah. Sir, tell
slides
me.
are not moving, sir. They're stuck, sir.
Okay. Shall I stop
Yeah.
share and again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Only your.
Sir, is it now clear, sir?
No, sir. There is some black spot is showing, sir.
Black spot. Please educate me, sir, how to resolve that. Uh, Shall I stop? I stopped sharing. Sir, is it okay, sir, now? Hello? Sir, is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Could you able
Yes,
to
sir.
see the
Yes, sir.
slide?
Yes, sir.
Everything is clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So let me come back to this drivers for digitalization. There are digitalization should be supported by the private sector as well as the government sector as well as the society at large. Suppose if the private sector, let me take an example. Earlier we used to go to a bus stand and we'll book a ticket. So entire government sector became online, and it is happy, so that we are not going to either railway station or bus stand and to book the tickets, because it became online. So public sector adopted the digital payments and all. So entire all the public sector utilities, like we need gas, we need electricity, and several aspects. If the public sector is digital pro, then all the services will feel happy. So support technology adoption by every public sector organization is digitized now. Let it be FASTag, let it be municipality taxes, let it be electricity, let it be insurance. You name any company which is not digitalized by the public sector, it is zero. So every company is adapting. Then that becomes one of the driver. Then private sector is far ahead than the public sector, adopting the digital technologies. Then youth and children education also adopting the digital technologies. Drivers are those which support the digitalization. So those who are not understanding the importance of the digitalization, they may be out of the market, or they may be out of the game. So we have cross-border digital collaborations are there. We have support from the government to start for the startups ecosystems, and all the new technology innovations. The government is also there. So to boost the digitalization, support from the public sector, support from the private sector, support from the society like youth, children, support from the education institutions, everybody should support, so that the digital adoption will increase. So this is what that particular slide will be there. So to further understand, I would like to give some aspects of business analytics. Analytics is nothing but the uses of the data for better decision making. That's it. Or the business analytics focus on what kind of decisions you will take, or maybe the predictions, or maybe the forecastings. So we are more interested in what happens in the future based on the existing data. Let us say I'm an investor. I would like to know which share will perform better in 2027. So I have the history of that particular share movements from the 2000 onwards to 2025. the share, how the share price will move, and I have all the statistics, balance sheet, assets, liabilities, EPS, and etc. If I fit in a particular regression or maybe the usage of some tool, then I could predict the share price uh, direction in 2026 and 27, so that I will take a decision whether to invest in the share or not. So there are several predictions that are damn need, so that business analytics is a very, very important aspect which focuses on the uses of the data and combines with the technology, so that your decision making power will enhance or will improve. So the more apt is your business analytics, the greater is your decision making ability. So it takes the help of the statistics, it takes the help of the AI tools, and it takes the help of business knowledge. So integration of 2 3 related allied subjects, and it will be focusing on the understanding the business patterns or behaviors. Let us say your height and weight and your lifestyle may be the 3 variables, and they may predict whether you will the probability of you becoming diabetic, or the probability of you getting a heart attack, based on the data called your height, weight, and your lifestyle, so that we can understand the purchase behaviors, we can understand the business patterns, we can predict anything. So all these cases we need business analytics. So turning the raw numbers into useful information and helps the managers answers what happened, why it happened, what will happen, and what we should do. So at this junction, I would like to clarify this business analytics. Earlier, they used to call as management information system, MIS. So that is also the purpose is same. MIS is also collects the information and process the information. Later, the MIS was reshaped and redesigned as called marketing research and business intelligence. The purpose of marketing research or business intelligence is the same, to support the management for better decision making. Now people are calling it as business analytics, but all this same, business analytics is a more robust and integration of several allied disciplines like statistics, mathematics, or AI tools, so that the decision making will be supported by all these things. So the base for business analytics is business intelligence, marketing research, as well as the MIS. So how you generated reports, but people are not interested in reports, they are interested in decisions and solutions. Then AI came into picture, then business analytics came into the picture. This is how I understood about the business analytics. So as we discussed about the nature of business analytics, you should have the domain knowledge. Unless and otherwise you don't have the domain knowledge, how a business will operate, you cannot find an appropriate technology which will fit exactly to the business. Suppose you would like to develop a technology for banking, then you should know how a bank will work. And you are interested to develop a payroll management system for a hotel, then you should know how a hotel should run. So that business domain knowledge plus statistics plus IT or maybe the computer programming technology will fit the purpose of business analytics. So it requires both technical skills as well as communication skills are required, and continuous learning challenges will be there, so that you have to modify your models, modify your programming, modify your technology, so that it will fit for the business. Business will go on, sellers, buyers, the transactions will go on. That has to be mapped with the technology, so that the technology and business will integrate and they will provide better competitive edge. So this is what the business analytics will be focusing on. These are the types of the business analytics. Any analytic or any kind of thing, it is for better decision making, as simple as it is. Descriptive analytics, describing a phenomena. Let us say if you want to describe about the population of Rajahmundry, then you have typed in Google, then it will say Rajahmundry consists of some 5 lakh people, and it is spread over about 25 kilometers, and the main important places of Rajahmundry. So it describes about the place called Rajahmundry. We'll call it as descriptive analytics. What are the places that are worth seeing in New Delhi? If you type it, then you will have some search engine will work behind that, and then you will have a description about New Delhi. We call it as a descriptive analytics. Then you have diagnostic analytics. You have some factors, and the factors have some interlinkages, and you would like to identify a root cause for that particular interlinkages. Then you will have diagnostic analytics. It will diagnose, or it will scan, it will interrogate, it will investigate based on the available data, and it will identify the root cause for this. Suppose in a retail store, why people are buying a particular product in a particular season, then you may have the data for the past 10 years. Then you can identify, okay, why people are buying groceries, why people are buying uh, other things in particular festivals, what reasons made them. So that is also helps you diagnostics analytics. So it will be projected for to find out the root cause or factors influencing the behavior or patterns of behavior. Then you have predictive analytics. This is most important, but most of the people are interested in, like, the entire machine learning is involved in predictive analytics. Like, think like a man, or using the intelligence. Like, artificial intelligence is always artificial, but you have to imitate how a human being will think or how a human being will analyze, like forecast all the future events models. Maybe several aspects will be there, like weather forecast is a simple example. So earlier weather forecast is not that much accurate, but maybe based on several inputs, now the weather forecast is more or less matching. So if it indicates rain, definitely the rainfall we will witness. So you are predicting the rain, you are predicting monsoon, or you are predicting many things. I already explained about the share price, etc. So predictive analytics is associated with the future course of action based on the present data available. Then you have prescriptive analytics. Recommended actions are for optimizations. So you have 2 3 options are available, a b c options are available, and you would like to compare which option is good for a decision making. That is also, you can go for it. So prescriptive analytics, now there is some Samsung advertisement we are looking at. So it will guide you what kind of item you would like to buy for your girlfriend, maybe from occasion or it's, that is what we will call it as a prescriptive analytics. So your decisions will be taken care by the AI. So descriptive analytics, describing a phenomenon or situation, diagnosing, interrogating, investigating, inspecting. Predictive analytics, forecasting, anticipating, visualizing. Perspective analysis, so recommending actions and suggesting the best one. So comparing all these things will care in the perspective analytics. So these are the various e-commerce models. Nothing to explain. These are all self-explanatory. So most of the used model is business to customers. Then we have two variants in business to customers. One is consumer to consumer and consumer to business. Consumer to consumer is like, because of the advancement in technologies, a consumer also can form a business. Like, there is an app called BlaBla app, which is a carpool app. So you can also share, if you are going alone and you would like to share a seat in your car, then you can use the BlaBla model. So which is a consumer to consumer, and consumer to a business also you can go. You have some small handloom manufacturing unit, and you would like to sell it online, then you can go for C2B is also there. B2B, uh, B2B is business to business, like, that is all well known to you. And two types of government models are there: government to customer and customer to business. Government to business and business to government is there. Then business to employee models are also there. So any transaction, we have the simple marketing system, which we already discussed in the beginning, is like, one part is sellers or producers, other part is consumers or buyers. So they remain same. Who is selling, who is buying, that matters a lot. And how technology is filling the gap between the production and consumption is the concept of digital marketing. If you are using a particular technology which will fill the gap between production and consumption, may also consider as digital marketing. So why digital marketing? So the digital marketing, the last highlighted are very, very important. So it is inevitable for all the sectors. You name any business sector, digitalization is very important, like agriculture, education, energy, financial services, healthcare, logistics, retail, etc. And so that it will increase the productivity, reduce the cost and the time, reduce fraud, duplication, and improve matching of demand and supply. So why people are going online is because of all these things. It is helpful, it saves time, it saves cost, it avoids duplication, and it helps to take decisions appropriately. And there are several such advantages are there. So that's why people are moving it to online. And the options choice of the customer is also increased um, in the digital platform. Otherwise, if it is the physical conventional marketing, you have to go to shop one shop to the other shop, then you have to search all these things. But when you buy online, then you have, if it is a standardized product like a pen drive, it is always good to buy online. Suppose if you are buying unstandardized or like personalized product like shoes, you, if you know the exact size of your shoes, then you can buy online. If you are not confident about the size of your shoes, fit of the shoes, then it is better to go for conventional, traditional. You can better visit a shop and try it, and then you can buy it. So standardized products, it is always good. There is a high growth in online. This, let us focus on this value addition with the digitalization. Any particular any business, let it be a hotel or hospital or an educational institution, so three steps are more important: connect, automate, and analyze. So connect in the sense means you should understand the complete end to end process, how that particular business will organize. You cannot make it completely digital, but you can identify the most important or the least important part of that particular transaction and made it convert into online. Then you can automate, then you can go for analyze, then you implement, then again you connect, then you can automate, then you can analyze, so that over a period of time that particular business will get digitized. So let us say, let us understand this with a simple example. A small self-serviced hotel along with a curry point is not digitized. So you have to go to the hotel and utilize the services. You have to pay money and get the token, and you have to collect the ordered item, and you have to consume it there, and you have to come. There is some outside, there is a table is placed, and they're selling some vegetable curries also. Then you can buy it. The challenge is like, you have to go to that particular self-service hotel, then you have to buy it physically. Let us say the smallest part, easiest part is making digitalized is, you encourage them to go to phone pay or UPI payments, and they have some QR code that was attached on them, so they're digitalized, so people are happy to pay digitally. So to some certain extent has been there. Then the seller or the owner of the hotel may have doubt whether they are getting any errors in that, or whether the QR code is genuine and all. Then you educate him how to use the Excel, or maybe how to generate the spreadsheet, so that you can understand all the receipts, or maybe some kind of tool which will automatically generate sales and receipts, and it can also generate the profit of the day or profit of the month, some revenue, some figures you have highlighted. Then they feel happy. Then you can ask them to join in Swiggy, Zomato platform, so that they can sell online. So each of the aspect, every transaction that takes place in the hotel, you slowly connect with the technology, like how they are buying groceries. Then educate them to buy the groceries online, educate them to sell online. Then there is a concept of cloud kitchen, so no need of physical presence of the kitchen, and you can outsource everything. And if you have the reputation and place to sell, you can sell it. So cloud kitchen is a centralized kitchen which will take care of the needs of the customers in a dynamic process. In metropolitan cities, cloud kitchen is a high hit. So my point here is like, let it be any industry, let it be a retail shop, or let it be a hotel, hospital, or airline industry, or railways, transportation, anything, or a college, anything, how the transactions are happening in that particular organization, to what extent you can digitize, and digitize at the lowest part, easiest part. Then you can go for the next level, then automate it, then analyze it. Analyze in the sense means whether the entire process fits with the purpose or not. If it is not fitting, then you can change it, use another technology, develop another software and all. Then you can continue. If that particular software is high hit in a particular sector, and other players in that particular industry will automatically use it. So this connect, automate, analyze will help the industries, or maybe the upcoming software specialist, So to carefully map the business process and develop that particular softwares which are exactly fit to with the purpose. So I'm not that much good enough to say anything about softwares and coding programming because I don't know much of that, but I know only the names of the program. But they should understand the business practices and the transactions, and they should map with their technologies. That is what my point I would like to clarify at this junction. So you can map any industries, and I'm here to share some of the sectors or industries which are getting digitalized. So consumer data flow and venture capital, consumer expectations and experiences, only multi-channel retail, digital operating model, financial and allied services. Let us say consumer expectations and experience. We'll take a small topic here. You ordered for a on your birthday, you ordered some cake online. So it was happened last year. So there is some kind of reminder that has been developed in a technology. Next year you will get a notification via message. So the particular bakery or the particular online app may give you a reminder. Okay, last year, and this time also we are expressing the greetings, birthday greetings to you. Why don't you order? And there is some offer for that. Then obviously you will feel happy because that particular app, because of usage of some technology, it is remembering your birthdays, your important days, and all. Let it be a birthday or let it be some insurance premium payment or anything, we get many notifications, and all. So these notifications, some are nonsense, some are most important for us. So you can meet what notifications that the customers are interested, and you can channelize the technology so that the customers will be updated, educated, and they feel happy to access the services which are carefully designed for them, so that they will feel happy for that. Then media is also there. Personalization and contextualization are the major drives. Let us say you like some thriller movies, and you watched one thriller movie in OTT platform, and immediately after the completion of the movie, another thriller movie of the similar context will be scheduled, will be played automatically. So this helps you to understand your mindset, that where the AI will comes into the picture. Let it be music, or uh, it is humanly impossible to avoid the digitalization. So whatever you do, it will be tracked by some kind of backend mechanisms, like I don't know what technology they use. Let it be search engine optimization, and they identify your mode interest, and accordingly the products and the services will be displayed for you. So that's how the media personalization, contextualization are the major drives. Digital media marketing, like mobile, social media, internet, whatever you typed, whatever you searched in the mobile is no longer a secret. It will be communicated to many sellers, and you will be bombarded with the similar notifications once you are texted something in the Google. So that's how this connect, automate, analyze will progress for this. So in case of healthcare, likewise earlier, healthcare sector is not that much digitized. Even the government is also interested to create a unique ID for all the patients with a unique ID, so that their records, their history of the treatment, their reports, X-ray, everything should be in a single platform, so that it helps them to retrieve the data and help them to diagnose very carefully. So that kind of platforms were not yet generated in India. Like how we have an Aadhaar number, then you should have some number in healthcare. Whatever the hospital you go, all your records, all your data should be linked, so that you don't worry about carrying the physical documents, and the doctors and the patient should be linked, so that everybody should be accessible to your health records in a privacy should be there, so that the entire history will be known. Then from treatment to cure to preventing, predicting health needs and support. So like we already discussed about predictive analytics. So you have some disease, you approach the doctor, and based on your history, they can also advise you that these are the precautions that you are supposed to take. Otherwise, you have this much of danger, or this kind of disease chances are high. Then care anywhere, care anytime, intelligent and smart healthcare. So now people are using robots in surgeries, and remote surgeries are also taking place, and India is also uh, witnessing such kind of cases, like a real-time surgeon may not be available there, but you can operate the machine in a remote location so that you can perform the surgery. Otherwise, you can virtually guide the trained doctor here, and they can also perform the surgery. Like one doctor may be in USA, another doctor may be in India, and these two may be online, and they can complete the surgeries. Now they are doing that. That is also, we have to thanks to that particular technology, and still I can able to operate the machines remotely also. So robotics, sensors, 4D technology, printing in surgery and allied services also, they are reshaping the healthcare sectors. Suppose if a particular hospital or if a particular player in that particular sector won't adopt this particular technology, they are out of the market. So that is what. Then telemedicine is also there. So for routine diagnosis and for routine problems, then if you, some people have the syndrome that the doctor should advise some medicine and all, telemedicine is also there. In COVID-19, telemedicine is a high hit. So people are approached the, instead of approaching the doctors, they approach the doctors via phone and they are helped. Then logistics, like logistics is also not explored, not fully equipped with the technologies. And you may be how logistics will be more, it is like a chain system. Like if you give a courier in Rajahmundry, and the courier should reach to Delhi, and how many levels and how many members it has to pass through, and every information should be shared virtually. Now people are getting it, the information and logistics services, real-time tracking is also available. So all these things makes us happy, updated about the logistics and infrastructure cases, and optimizing the delivery uh, time and space. And vendor managed inventory is something like you are not managing the inventory on behalf of you, somebody else will manage. So likewise, if you sell something in a particular area, immediately the seller or the producer will be notifying that you are in need of a particular product. Let us say somebody sold some 4 cars in Rajahmundry, uh, and the person who is manufacturing the cars in Delhi will be supplying immediately 4 cars in the next shipment. So no need to send the information physically, like I sold 4 cars and I'm in need of another 4 cars. So VMI, vendor managed inventory, is like that entire supply chain from the manufacturer, supplier, wholesaler, dealer, retailer. Everybody is linked, and data will be shared online automatically, so that everybody knows what is happening on the other end. This is called vendor managed inventory. Then we have shared logistics. Shared logistics, like we have third party logistics, fourth party logistics are there. So I am good at manufacturing, somebody is good at distribution, somebody is good at storing or inventory management. So manufacturer will tie up with the distributor, and these two people will tie up with the local inventory man, so that the manufacturer will simply manufacture the products, and somebody will distribute, and somebody will do the delivery part. Like whatever you do, whatever you purchased in Amazon, it is delivered by some kind of people, like delivery or e-cart are there. So e-cart is a third party logistics provider for Amazon. So Amazon tied up with e-cart. So e-cart supplements Amazon, Amazon supplements both, is a win-win strategy. Whatever the products that are ordered by Amazon will be distributed, will be delivered by e-cart. Then e-cart also won't perform in all the locations, and there is some professional couriers are there in a remote location. Then e-cart can have another tie-up with professional couriers or maybe APS-RTC. Then that comes under the fourth party logistics. So I have tie-up with somebody, and somebody has a tie-up with somebody. Then, but the delivery takes place in a very smooth manner, and everybody is updated information what is happening here. Like you can have a tie-up with railways or airways and roadways. So if this tie-up is made, then automatically some important aspects you can deliver in 24 hours from anywhere in India to anywhere in India if this happens. But that was not happen till it. So the roadways or the buses transportation should have tie up with railways, should have tie up with airways. So you can link the unused space so dynamically, so that the optimizing delivery is possible. I hope you got my point. So technology should fill this particular gap. Not all the time the airline's cargo is 100% full. There is some empty space so that you can deliver some items so fast, then the customers will feel thrilled and excited. So there is an integration gap is expected between the transportation providers with the rail services as well as the air services. This is what then we have agriculture, we have precision agriculture, weather forecast, soil and health, climate, and digitizing from crop financing to sell to the crop yield. Like farmers are some of the farmers are not educated, some of the farmers are excluded from this digital world. They are using the conventional methods of harvesting, buying the seeds and cultivating the crops and etc. So you can educate them in their used local languages about the soil health of that particular area. Let us say in entire Tamil Nadu, these particular districts are good for cultivating these crops. In Andhra Pradesh, these districts are good for cultivating these particular crops. So if you have some data, so which district in which state, what kind of crops can be cultivated, then what kind of weather forecasts you have, it will help the farmers in a big manner. So where they will raise the finance, how they will get the seeds, and where they can better sell their crop for better profits and all, you can also fill this particular gap. So this is what I'm explaining all these things. Like every sector, there is a need to get scope for digital marketing. There is still need for the technology innovations to fulfill this particular gap. You can take agriculture, there is some gap where the technology should fulfill. You take healthcare, hospitals, there is some kind of gap where the technology still further think about upgrading. You think all the businesses will be there. So all this will generate the new employment opportunities. Like people will become big data experts for optimization. There are opportunities for cloud computing, social media analyst, and IoT and AI experts, network engineers, and online data sharing experts. And these are the employment opportunities, so that they can think of by satisfying some better solutions of these particular sectors. Maybe the faculty or maybe the researchers in computer science, engineering, and IT may focus upon solutions for these particular business problems, may help them in a big manner. So this is already we discussed. And there are other factors also we need to discuss when we talk about the digital marketing. There are safety and security issues is there. Real and fake, both are going side by side. What is real and what is fake, for a common man, it is highly difficult to differentiate between the fraud and the real marketing efforts. Some digital frauds are we're also witnessing. So if you press some wrong link and share your OTPs and details, and all your bank balance will be vanished. So this kind of education is also lacking. I have to explain here one important factor which was not which was overcome in the years. So earlier reverse logistics was not there. People are afraid of buying online because if they buy online, there is no guarantee that whatever they have ordered it will come. If they are not happy with the particular order, and it is difficult for them to return, so now returns made easy. You can feel convenient or comfortable in returning the products. So the returning the products, we call it as a reverse logistics. So all the online platforms made 100% efficient in reverse logistics. If reverse logistics is sound and robust, then people will order online. If there is a problem in reverse logistics, people won't buy online. I'm not happy with the product, there is a return period is there, still I can return it so that I'm getting my money back. So this will boost the online business. So earlier it was ignored, but now and then it is easy to return the products because of the robust mechanism of reverse logistics. How fast it will reach your home, in the same manner it should also initiated in the return process. So convenience and comfort maybe making the customers lazy and sometimes restricts the choice. So people are only believing it online, but there may be some better prices, better choices offline, but we are not comparing it. So we are comparing only with the online and all. So if all the online members become a cartel and then they don't reduce the price, we believe that that is the real price. So any kind of fraud may takes place at any point of time. Then then another critical factor is efficiency. Like, so whatever the transactions that are happened online digital marketing should be transparent, should be efficient and effective, and information should be shared to the customers at appropriate intervals. So I also surprised if somebody ordered in Swiggy and they check many times when the order is there, where the order is there, whether the order is reached on time. So if they place some small order in a Swiggy, but they will check average 10 to 15 times regarding the updates of the order. They more worry about uh, the order fulfillment. So that is also to be considered with the transparency and efficiency. So value additions with the digitalizations are there. So these are the value additions. Location barriers are removed for business or anything. Anybody can do business anywhere. So the global market is become very small. If the product and service have the attractiveness, you can sell any product to anyone in this world. So earlier we have restrictions like this product is possible to sell in this particular area, but now there is no location barriers. And then cashless transactions improves accuracy and discourages fake currency. So no need to carry the physical currency at all. If you are comfortable in using cashless transactions, I rarely uses the physical currency unless and otherwise it is demanded. It is happy for anyone to use the cashless transactions, and all are self-explanatory. I think multi-payment adoption is there. Chatbots are there, like data analytics, card insurance, financial services are there. Projections and forecastings are there. Data integration and dynamic decision making is also there. For dynamic decision making, you can take the example of Google Maps. So when you are driving from one location to other location, it will take your average speed. It will take the roadblocks. It will also considers the possible traffic, and then it will gives you the optimized optimized route for you to travel from one location to the other location. We can call it as a dynamic decision making. If you change the route automatically, it will also changes the route. Then we will also consider it as a dynamic decision making based on the moves of the customer. Then it will also change. Then these are the barriers to digitalization: lack of collaboration for societal gains, innovators dilemma, whether the digital technologies is for short run or long run. There is a depth of skills force for the next generation. People are not understanding what kind of skills are required, and if you have some skill that become obsolete. Suppose somebody is so good at Java programming, maybe in the next generation Java program is not at all required. What is essential is the logic or the coding skills that is required. It is my opinion. It doesn't matter in which language you are good. So Python may be ruling today, and maybe tomorrow Python may be of no use. Maybe some other platform may comes into the picture and you have to upgrade yourself. But logic, understanding the logic remains same. That is the need, but wants are different, which we already discussed. So data security is always questionable. So there is no privacy. I have to explain here. Maybe maybe most of our phones are enabled with voice commanding access sequences. Whatever you discuss with your family members, your phone is also listening, or your mobile is also listening. Suppose if you talk about buying a house, next day surprisingly you will receive some notifications regarding the properties, and whatever you discuss, there is no privacy, there is no security. Some app silently may be watching you, silently maybe listening to your intentions, to your words, and it will analyze us carefully, and related product and services will be posted. So there are several such scenarios are there. There is no that much of stringent rules and regulations in India regarding the data usage, data security, data theft, and the data fabrications and data hacking. So being computer science professionals, you may be more knowing about than me, but to be frank with you, but there is no stringent rules and regulations regarding the misuse of the data, especially in India. And principles for digital development: any technology, any software should understand the usage of the utility of the user. Then you should understand the system and understand the existing ecosystem, means how that particular business will operate. Design for scale, like scale in the sense means how many users are there, so that your software or your technology will fit for that particular sale or not. In case of festival seasons, if you want to book a train ticket, there you cannot access the software because of many hits. Like if you want to book some TTD ticket also, you may not have the time to book the tickets, because many people will be simultaneously accessing the same software. So it is not designed for scale. If everybody have equal access, then that is a different scenario. For sustainability, not for short run, long run. Data driven, reuse and improve privacy and security, and collaborate. Like there are some open source softwares are also available, so that may be more happy to education and enlightenment should be there for open source software for better data security and privacy compared to the other softwares. So this is all we already discussed. Trends and forecastings will be there, and IoT integrations with the technology will help most and services comfortable to use. So I just made trends in banking maybe for your help. So banking has been revolutionized like anything for the past years. Maybe during 1995 to 2000, the bank account is only 3 digits and 4 digits. They never thought that the future of the banking will be multi-city, anywhere, anytime banking will happen. But in 2000, some committee has recommended that the future of the banking is only with the base of technology. Then they thought, okay, it should be multi-city, like anywhere you can bank, anytime you can bank. Multi-city banking facility was extended. They increased the compatibility by providing more bank account number. So earlier your account number may be 3 digits and 2 digits. Now in 2001, SBI is such example. So they have 11 digit bank account number in 2000 itself, visualizing that the future banking going to be digital. Slowly they have adopted each and every technology, and you have mobile banking is also there. So I will explain that mobile banking is also there. So e-commerce have been replaced with m-commerce. So earlier we used to call e-commerce, so doing business usage of computers, laptops, or desktops. But now mobile commerce is dominated e-commerce, or the e-commerce is replaced with the m-commerce. So mobile payments, mobile apps, mobile gaming, the compatibility of all business apps and solutions should be mobile compatible. So it's not system compatible. So that is also one bigger revolution or change that is happening. So these are the aspects of banking. Almost all banking banks, private, public, have been their mobile versions. Why? Because people are having more mobile phones, so that you can understand that mobile commerce is more important than e-commerce. So this I'll stop it here. The faster one leads in the digitalization. Who acts fast in adopting the technology, they will win. So that they will penetrate into the market in a deeper manner, and they have more scope, and they have more territory to enter into the market, maybe in any form. So digitalization is inevitable, and the faster one who adopts, who accepts, who modifies their business in tune with the technology, they will be in the market. So the way you do the business, the way you operate the business, the way you sell, will be driven by the technology. So we have augmented reality and virtual reality is also there. Some apparel stores, they are using the augmented reality and virtual reality. Suppose if you wear a shirt and how you look like, then they will be creating. Some games are augmented reality. You can feel that you're really playing tennis. Virtual reality is also there, making you too close to the real time scenarios and situations like bike driving, car driving. You can consider that augmented reality and virtual reality is happening. Most of the simulations are possible with this virtual reality and augmented reality, and there is no end for this particular technology. As long as the needs and wants changing, technology will also change. I hope, but the more I discuss, it may the average listening time is 25 to 30 minutes, but we almost completed 1.5 hours. I'll take a break here, and if you have any doubts at this junction, I am happy to clarify. And again, I once again clarify you that there is two domains are important. One is the business knowledge, and another one is the technical knowledge. So we call it as a technical specialist as well as functional specialist. There is some kind of job opportunities, or what we call it as a techno functional. So so I have the functional knowledge, and to the best of my abilities, whatever the gaps are there in this particular business may be filled with some kind of technology, and somebody is having the technical expertise, like they're so good, damn good about the programming, coding, software development, etc. They should understand the business scenario, the way people are doing business, and accordingly they should map their programming or software development in tune with the business, so that it will become a high hit. This is what my bottom line point. So we have digital consumption, we have digital production, and we have digital enterprises. So everything is digital. So now this class may be happening online, so we are online. It is also an example, digitalization is also taking place in education sector. Maybe I believe that in the future the online classes will rule. People, some portion of classes will take place online. That's what my intention. Maybe flexible times by the teacher, flexible times by the students. So most of the classes may go online, most of the teaching may go online. That may be happen in future. Thank you once again for providing me this opportunity. My time is 7:30. If you have some doubts, some clarifications, I'm happy to share. The earlier class is on review of literature. It is like how do you, the base, you have to develop a base and justification for doing your research. So that is what all about I tried yesterday. This is like I tried is like how businesses will happen, what are the technological needs to boost the business. That is what I attempted today. Thank you very much. I'm happy if somebody asks some doubts or maybe clarifications. To the best of my knowledge, I'll try to clarify.
Dear participants, you have any doubts? You can ask sir for clarification.
Sir, please collect the feedback, sir, so that I will also know for the next class.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much. Shall I leave?
Yes, sir. I will conclude this one. Thank you very much, sir, Dr. N. Uday Bhaskar Garu, for a wonderful session on digital marketing and business analytics. Your insights on the real-time analytics and the practical applications were extremely useful and well received by our participants. On behalf of the Atal FDP Organizing Committee and Right Management and all the participants, we express our heartfelt thanks to you for your valuable contribution, sir. Thank you once again, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Good day, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
I once
Thank
again
you,
thank
sir.
you all the participants
సార్ ఉదయ్
for
భాస్కర్
your
గారు చాలా
patience.
బాగా బ్రీఫ్ గా చెప్పారు. చాలా బాగుంది సార్.
Yes, sir.
రియల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ అయ్యి కరెక్ట్ గా కోట్ చేశారు సార్. చాలా బాగుంది సార్.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Good day, sir. Nice meeting
థ్యాంక్
you.
యూ సార్.
Dear participants, can take some 5 minutes break. We'll start the session by 7:35 p.m. Satya sir,
Yeah, hi.
are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will start, sir.
Yeah.
Well, dear participants, welcome back to today's second session. We are now move on to session 6. The topic of the session is data analytics and data and AI development. We are privileged to welcome Mr. BVV Satyanarayana. Mr. Satyanarayana is a senior solution analyst and at Purple Talk India Private Limited, Hyderabad, with over a decade of expertise in data science, data analytics, and data engineering. He specialized in bridging the gap between complex business requirements and technical execution, delivering scalable analytics and robust data pipelines throughout his career. Mr. Satyanarayana has been recognized for his ability to architect the end-to-end data workflows from integration to automated dashboarding, ensuring stakeholders can make high stakes decisions with data backed confidence. Thank you, sir. Thanks for attending our as a resource
Okay.
person for our FDP. You can
Yeah.
start now, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And good evening
Please share your screen, sir.
Yeah, sure. And good evening to all of you. And just wait, I will share my screen. And welcome to Atal online workshop. And this is our today's agenda. That is an introduction to data analytics and what is meant by data analytics and what exactly the importance in the business. And in this session we discussed about these things and data analytics process and types of data analytics, and a simple live coding section is also there. And finally you can export this data into the Power BI and for better understanding of the data. And first one, what is meant by data analytics? So you already know the mobile apps like and Flipkart and Amazon. And while user opens the app, and immediately, for example, just wait, I will open an app that is Amazon. So when you click the Amazon app, so this the screen will be appears to the users. So immediately in the back end, one of the events will be triggered. The events like and app open event. In this app open event consists of different kinds of user properties and like user ID and location and state and country and phone number and all this where the app will be open. It is app will be open in mobile or app will be open in desktop. All these parameters will be stored in the backend, that is nothing but a database or in a Google cloud storage or Amazon web cloud storage. So this is the one of the event we can store it in the Google Cloud Storage or and a database. So whether the user have to perform different kinds of activities in the app. For example, a user clicks on the payment details. So immediately the payment event will be triggered in the backend. In the payment event consists of different kinds of user properties and like user ID and where the session will opens and what is the start time, what is the end time, and and also user perform the go for the category. For a specific category you will also trigger the category events. There are different kinds of events will be triggered for each and every operations. So all these events we can call as a raw data. From the raw data we are unable to give the exact information to the stakeholders or product managers or engineers. So from the raw data, we are unable to give the exact information to the product managers and decision makers. So we can process it. The processing called as data analytics. That is simply called as data analytics converts raw data into the actionable insights. So it uses the various tools and technologies and process to identify the trends to solve the complex problems. That means in this you are using the different kinds of technologies like Python, like SQL, and like a visualization tool. It is nothing but different kinds of visualization tools will be available in the market, and like a Power BI and the Looker Studio, or any other, that means QQ. There are different kinds of visualization tools will be not will be available in the market based on the company requirement or based on the organization requirement. That is depends upon the cost and fastness, and we can take it. So the next one, it is nothing but what is the why the data analytics is important. So first one is the improve the decision making. What is exactly called as a decision making? So you are already know the different kinds of sales will be placed, that is an Amazon and Flipkart. For example, you have to consider a Christmas sale. The Christmas sale is also placed in 2024 and 23 and 22 and 24 also. There the historical data is always stored in a database. There are different kinds of databases will be available in the market. That is nothing but Oracle DB or MongoDB, and different kinds of cloud storage is also available in current days. That is nothing but Google Cloud Storage and Amazon. So the entire raw data will be stored at one place, that is called as a storage. So in the storage, we can take the data using the Python or using a SQL. So there are, that means for example, we can go for a Amazon sale. That means a New Year sales will be conducted, or Christmas sale will be placed in the 2021, 22, 23, 24 will be there. Using the historical data, uh, f- from these sales we identify the highest purchased and lowest purchased sale. So we have to take the data. What is the highest purchased sale in 2024? What is the highest purchased sale in 2023, 22, 21, based on the category wise? That means based on the mobiles, based on the refrigerators, and based on the air conditioners, and based on the groceries, whatever it is, we can place it in one place. So based on that, we can decide based on that sales, what is the highest sale and what is the lowest sale. We know the highest and lowest sale. So based on that highest and lowest sales, the product team decided the discounts and strategies for each product and category. That's why we can improve the decision making. And the second one is the enhances the business efficiency. What exactly it is called as a business efficiency? That means you have to improve the business. Whatever the sales is there in 2021, what are the sales is there in 2023, there is a growth will be increases in 2025 or 2026. In this analytical events, that means analytics, that means our database or any one of them. So wha- so analytical reveals that many users drop at the payment phase. That means, for example, you have to go for so many users, you have to go for a payment phase. So some of the users drop at the payment phase. Based on that, some of the, because of there is some network issues will be there. Some of the users will be dropped due to the for example, you have to say that internet issue. Because of an internet issue, some of the users will be dropped at the payment phase. Because of network issue, some of the users will be dropped at the phase. Based on that, we can analyze that why the users dropped at the payment phase. So the company improves the payment gateway speed. That's why we have to increase our business efficiency based on the data. We have to take the historical data, what the data tells. Because of based on the historical data, we have to decide the why the users are exactly drops. And the third one is helps to understand the customer behavior. So what exactly called as a understand the customer behavior? The first one, that means you have to the users will click on the different kinds of products, but some of the users did not buy immediately. Those users placed at these, that means these product will place at the cart. So we are also tracking these data also. How many users will placed uh, in the cart but did not buy? What is the reason? You have to identify that. How many days to those users we placed in the cart. Buy it. There are different kinds of notifications. So every day you can send the notifications for each user. So these are the offers will be there. These offers will be there in the refrigerator. The price will be dropped almost 30%. The price will be dropped almost 50%. You can buy it. You can buy it. You have to send different kinds of notifications based on the users' behaviors. So then the users, you have to attract the offers, then you have to buy it, and after that we are also analyzing that what are the notifications sends the users are interested to buy or not. And sometimes we are also called to the customers, so you are already placed in the these product in cart, you have to buy it. This is an offer. Then that's what the customer will be attracted, because of initially the price will be something at 20,000 will be there, and after that we can give an offer of at least 19,000 or 18,500 or 15,000, whatever the offer. Then the customer will be attracted, then you have to buy the product. That is the understanding the customer's behavior. And the third one is identify the new opportunities. This is very very important in the market. That means there are so many competitors will be there in the market. That's why every day we have to put up the new opportunity. So for example, you have to consider what are the high demand of products, what are the low demand of products. You have to identify that based on the cities. We are also track in the data in the database what is the location. Based on the location, you have to segregate it into tier 1 cities and tier 2 cities based on the product sales. For example, in Hyderabad locations, there are so many product will be sold. That means, for example, you have to consider a grocery. How many grocery items will be sell during the 1 week? You have to identify that. In which the grocery, which item will be sell more, which item will be sell less. You have to identify that. Based on that, you can provide the fastest delivery. That means a 10 minutes delivery, that means 15 minutes delivery. You have to place the different kinds of options in the tier 1 cities. That's why you have to improve the new opportunities. For example, you have to consider that in Hyderabad location there are different kinds of um, grocery selling apps will be there, like Big Basket and Zomato and Swiggy. You have to see that, you have to open your app and you have to see that there are 10 minutes sorry for that, there is 10 minutes delivery, there are 15 minutes delivery, there are 20 minutes delivery. If not delivered the 20 minutes, you have to refund the whatever your amount. That is the attracting, that we have to uh, put up a new opportunities. That is the identify the what are the new opportunities there is there, and in which place is there. That is in tier 1 cities, what are the opportunities, what is in tier 2 cities, what is the new opportunities. You have to identify that. That's why improve our business based on the data analytics. And the third one is the reduce the risk and operational cost. So this is also very important. For example, you have to consider a Flipkart and Amazon. There is a warehouse will be there. In the warehouse, there are different kinds of product will be there in a warehouse. In that, you have to identify that what are the fastest selling product, what is the lowest selling product. You have to identify that. based on the data, based on the historical data. Every day, as a data analyst, every day we have to monitor the different kinds of KPIs. That is, daily KPIs will be there, and monthly KPIs will be there, and weekly KPIs will be there. So you have to identify that what are the fastest selling product, what is the lowest selling products. These lowest selling product will be placed at the warehouse. That's why the place will be increases, because of there are lowest selling products are placed in one place. So that's why you have to expand the, that's why you have to reduce the inventory. That is the saving the storage and saving the logistic cost. You have to reduce it. You have to identify that what is the fastest selling product. This is the fastest selling product, that is the refrigerator, and this is the air conditioner. This is the lowest selling product in the winter. But this because of these products the warehouse will be filled, that we have to provide the offers, then the product will be selling fast. That's why we have to reduce the risks and operational costs. These are the uh, these are the data analytics important. In this session, the first one, we have to identify that what is the raw data. The raw data consists of all the organizational data. From the raw data, we are unable to find the insights, because of in the raw data consists of, there are different kinds of columns will be there. Those are the useful columns, those are non-useful columns. That's why from the raw data we have to process to the useful information. That means you have to identify the new columns, you have to identify the unuseful columns, and also identify the, is it any blank values will be there in the data, and you have to remove that the no, those the null values, and also identify that is it any column is blank complete in the data, that is also remove that data. That is the raw data. So this is the data analytics process. There are four ways. These are the four ways of the data analytics process. And the first one is the data collection, and second one is the data preparation, and third one is the data analysis, and fourth and the final stage, it is nothing but a data visualization. These are the very very important in the data analytics process. And the first one, data collection. In previously I told you, that is nothing but collecting the data, because of whatever the user perform the operation in the app, he can collect it. That is, the data will be collected in different kinds of formats, that is CSV format, Parquet file format, and JSON format are different based on our usage of data. And mostly we are collecting the data in Parquet file format, because of the Parquet file, it is nothing but a compressed the data that can be stored in. This is the first stage. In this stage, you have to collect the data in Parquet files or in CSV files and JSON file or any other format, and then stored in a database. In a market, there are different kinds of database will be available. That is nothing but Oracle and MongoDB, or cloud storage services will also there, and Google Cloud and AWS are different kinds of data. This is the storage. This is the initial stage. In this data will be stored in the in a that means you already told previously I already told you, that is nothing but a JSON or Parquet file, any other format. This is the raw data. From the raw data, we are unable to give the proper information, because of every day a large number of files will be received. Because of, for example, you have to see that in a Flipkart, there are billions of users will be there. Millions of users will be there. In Amazon also, in Big Basket, in Zomato, in Swiggy, there are number of users will be there. All the users, we have to perform the different kinds of operations. For each and every user, you have to collect the data. What the user performed an operations, where the user goes, what the user starts. That means first you have to open the app. and after that user goes to the payment page, or user goes to category page, or user goes to review page, or user goes to whatever it is. You have to collect the information every day. You have to collect the information for every 30 minutes, or for every 20 minutes, or every 5 minutes also. You have to collect the data, and it can be stored in a database. And after the second stage, it is a very, very crucial stage, that is the data preparation. Because of the data will not come from only one event or one table. So you have to comment the data based on the client requirement, based on the product manager requirements, based on the analysis requirement. You have to comment the data. That means you have to join the data. For example, you have to join the two table. Basically, there are different kinds of joins will be there in this data. That means a left join and right join, inner join, outer join. There are different kinds of joins. Based on our requirement, we can join the two tables, and you can place it at one table. And after that, you can identify the useful columns and non-useful columns. So you have to, in this stage, in the data preparation stage, you have to remove the unuseful columns. Only you have to place the useful columns. And after that, what the data it is in it. That means the data will be in string, or data will be in object, or is in a numerical. You have to identify the columns, or data is in date format. You have to identify that. You have to. After that, you have to identify the duplicates. Is it any duplicates will be there in the data? Then you have to remove the duplicates in this stage. And after that, you have to identify the null values. Is it any null values will be there in the data preparation? You have to remove the null values. Is it any blank values will be there in the data? You have to remove the blank values also. That is the data preparation steps. In this stage also, you have to create the new columns based on the what are the columns will be exact. Based on these columns, you have to create the new columns also. That means you have to multiply the two columns, you have to add the two columns, you have to divide two columns, you have to percentage of two columns. Based on our requirement, you have to create the new columns in the data preparation stage. Finally, you have one table will be created. That means removing what are the process will be there. You have to finally have to one table will be placed in the data preparation stage. And the third one is the analysis stage. What the data tells. What the data tells. We have to note down the summary points. This is the data tells. For example, in a data set consists of a male country will be also there. How many male candidates will be there? How many countries will be there? You have to find out. For example, I am to saying that. So in this analysis, we have to write down the summary points, what the data tells. So how many customers we have to face the payment issue based on the data? We have to note down the number. How many customers face the payment issue regarding to the network error? You have to identify that. How many customers you have to face the payment issue due to the server error, due to the timeout error? You have to identify that in this analysis. And these analysis will be submitted to the product managers or data scientist or anything. You have to submit it, the report to the in a better way. That means it is the visualization stage. Because of not only have to give the summary points, you also give the graphical representation. In this graphical representation, that's where the customer, that means the product managers or stakeholders or client, easily identify that. Because for example, in previously I told you that is nothing but what is the high impact of payment failure issues due to the network error, or due to the server error, or due to the timeout error. You have to represent it. You have to imagine in what is the graph. There is a simple a line graph. You have to imagine, then easily understand it. Because of the timeout error, those are the customers we have to face the payment issue. that is easily understand in the visualization. This is the process of data analytics process. And next one is the types of data analytics. Basically, there are 4 types of data analytics. That is descriptive data analytics and diagnostics data analytics and predictive data analytics and prescriptive data analytics. So these are the 4 types of data analytics. This is the initial stage, descriptive data analytics. That means in the descriptive data analytics, we identify the what happened. That's simply called as a what happened. That means you have a historical data. That means 2023, 21, 22. What are the historical data will be there? That means the last 10 years data will be there. Based on the 10 years data, we can identify that what will be happened in the past. You identify that. For example, we have to consider the sales. That is a Christmas sale. What happened in the Christmas sale in 2024? What are the highest purchased items? In a mobile, what is the highest purchased mobiles? There are, in the mobile consists of different kinds of categories will be there. That means Samsung mobiles and Nokia or Redmi, or there are different kinds of brand mobiles will be there. And which brand mobile will have a highest sale in 2024, 2023, 21, 22? You have to draw down a simple graph. Mobile sales in the Christmas sale. I have to identify the trend. Based on that, in this stage, that means descriptive analytics stage, we have to identify what happened in the past. And next, coming to the diagnostic data analytics. Why did this happen? We identify that. So, for example, from the descriptive data analytics, we identify that MI mobiles have highest purchasing sales in Christmas sale. So after that, we can go for in-depth. Why MI mobiles have highest sale in Christmas? Why? Because in 2024. Why? Because, for example, you have to consider only the 2024 data. In the last year, MI mobiles have high purchased. Why? Because then you can go for in-depth. What is the reason? Because of the discount, or because of the reviews, or because of the cost. What is the reason behind them? You identify that. Why this happen? What is the discount amount? What is the price range? What is the reviews? What is the configuration, mobile configuration? We'll also identify that. So why this happen? You identify the trend in this stage, diagnostics, data analytics. So coming to that, predictive data analytics. In the predictive data analytics, we can predict that what is likely to happen. That is in future. Predictive, you have to predict that. In the traditional machine learning, there are different kinds of machine learning algorithms will be there. We have to predict the future of sales. So we have a historical data. So from the historical data, we can go to predict that what is the future sales. So in this, different kinds of machine learning algorithms will be there. That is the random forest algorithm, or XGBoost algorithm, or a decision tree algorithm, or linear regression, or logistic regression. There are different kinds of machine learning algorithms will be there. And in that, we identify that what is the future sales in a particular product. We identify the trend. Based on that, we can place the dump of mobiles in the warehouse. So a last one is nothing but prescriptive data analytics. In the prescriptive data analytics, what do we need to do? So we have to, for example, in 2024, MA Mobile have high purchase. So based on the predictive analytics, so these mobiles will be a high purchased mobiles in 2025 also. Then we have to purchase a large amount of mobiles in your the warehouse based on the customer's requirement. These are the four types of data analytics. That is nothing but a descriptive data analytics or diagnostic data analytics and predictive data analytics or prescriptive data analytics. And next one. This is also a simple ways to understanding what is the descriptive data analytics. We already know that this tells the story of the past. That is the descriptive data analytics. And the third one is the, and once again, this is also example. A company checks, we already previously I have to told you, that is the company checks a last month sales and see that what is the 10,000 products were sold. It shows the numbers or charts and summarize, so we understand that already happened in 2024 or 25 or 26 what will be happens in the descriptive data analytics. And next one is the diagnostic data analytics. This explains the reason behind the results, why the sales are dropped in the last week. This is also one of the scenario. You have to identify that based on the trend, that is sales dropped in the last week, why the sales are dropped. So we can go for in-depth analysis in this stage also. So we have to collect the data from the database, and after that we can go for the pre-processing steps. That means I already told you. So from the raw data, we are unable to give the exact information that we have to process the data. From the data processing, after that we have to create the one table. From the one table, we have to identify that why the sales are dropped in the last week, what kind of offers are placed. These are the offers or customers are interested or not. You have to identify that. What are the competitors? You have to place the orders. We'll also identify the trend. So based on that, you can take the decisions. That means you have to give extra offers to the customers, or you have to give a extra something, whatever it is. You have to place it. Then the customers are attracted to buy the our products. In the predictive, and the third one is the predictive data analytics. They predict the future based on the past patterns. I already told you in the previous also. So we have a past data will be there. Based on the past data, we have to predict the future sales. Using the last year data, a company predict the holiday sales may increases by 20% in the next month. Based on that, there are different kinds of machine learning algorithms will be there. That is random forest or decision tree or XGBoost, anything. There are different kinds of algorithms will be there. So it's simply you have to apply the pre-processing table to the machine learning algorithms. Then the machine learning algorithm predicts the future sales. What percent of sales will be increased in the next month? That is 20% of sales, or 30%, or 50% of sales. Sorry. Sorry. Any doubt? Someone is on the mic. Is it any reason to, any doubt is to ask the?
No, sir, you can continue.
Yeah, okay. So thanks for that. So based on our data, we have to planning and preparing in the advance. That is the predictive data analytics. And next one is the prescriptive data analytics. This recommends the best action to take. Finally, you have to come from the last stage. That is nothing but this. In this stage, you have to take the decision. That means if the sales are expected to rise, the system suggests to increases the stock in the warehouse. That's why the product managers or client are have to take the decisions accordingly from our the data. So that is the four types of data analytics. That is the that is nothing but this is the initial stage, that is the descriptive data analytics, and the second stage it is nothing but diagnostic data analytics, and the third stage is predictive data analytics, and the final stage is the prescriptive data analytics. In the initial stage you have to identify that what happened from the past. In the diagnostics data analytics, why did this happen? You identify that the trend. In the third one, predictive data analytics. In this, what is likely to happen? And the final stage is the prescriptive data analytics. It is nothing but a decision analytics. It is also called as based on three stages. You have to take the decision. Is the product, if the sales will be in increases. So based on that, you have to increase our stock. These are the data analytics steps and data analytics process. And coming to the tools and languages used in data analytics. This is the initial stage. You already know that Excel. Yeah, this is very, very important as a data analyst. So used for basic data cleaning and formulas and charts. You are simply have to collect the data from the database. For example, you have a Oracle database or MongoDB or Google Cloud Storage or AWS. The data will be placed in any one of the place. From the put into Excel. After that, you have applying the formulas. For example, you have to combine the two data, two columns. You have to simply have to write a one of the logic is equal to sum of C1 to C2. C1 columns or C2 columns. Just simply have to write a what are the columns, what are the formulas will be there. And after that, there is the chart option is also there in Excel. And simply you have to draw the chart in the Excel also. Because of as a data analyst, presentation is very, very important because of the stakeholder or data scientist or customer or client who are not to see the data, only to see the trend. That is the visualization. And the product manager or any one of them not to read the all the points, only see the trend. What happened in the last, what to do, what is the predictive analytics, what is the decision analytics, only these things. That's why the chart is very, very important. And second one, it is nothing but a Google Sheets. It is also important because of, for example, you have to prepare the what's the data will be there. You have to prepare the charts. You have to write the summary points. All these will be done after that sharing. The Google Sheets are easily to share the customers, are easy to share the product manager, are easy to share the engineers also. That is very, very useful thing in the Google Sheets. So next one, SQL. This is structured query language. This SQL is used to extract the data from the databases. That means we already know that there are different kinds of database will be there. That is the one of the oldest language and useful language. It is nothing but a SQL, that is structured query language. So using the SQL, you have to extract the data from the database. That simply have to write the query of select star from table name, then enter. That simply then extracted all the data while this stored in the database. You have to simply have to extract using the SQL. And the newest one that mostly used as a data analyst, that is nothing but a Python. It is also powerful coding language for data cleaning, analysis, and automation. Python. For example, if the data will be stored in a Google Cloud Storage or it is stored in AWS, or Google Cloud Storage and AWS also support the SQL as well as Python. So you have to write the Python code, you have to extract it to the data. and also go for the data cleaning process, and also go for the analysis process, and also go for the automation. That is the useful thing of the Python. And this is the sometimes we'll have used in the R, and mostly you are go for a Python and SQL and Google Sheets and Excel. Only rarely used long ways. That is nothing but a R. Used for statistics and data modeling and advanced analysis. That is nothing but sometimes you also use the R also. And coming to that, sorry, and coming to that, Power BI. It is also a simple a visualization tool for creating the dashboard. Based on that, in the market, there are different kinds of visualization tools will be there. That is nothing but Power BI or Tableau or Looker or PQ. There are different kinds, but the cost is different and operational is different. But the theme is to create the interactive dashboards for the business reports. And currently, you are using the Power BI and Tableau, and mostly used tools. It is in the data analytics. It is nothing but a Power BI and Tableau. The Tableau also used for visualization of tool for creating the advanced and interactive charts. And next one, that is nothing but a Jupyter Notebook. It is an open source tool that is freely available in the Google. It is used for coding an environment for running the Python for data analysis. That means Jupyter Notebook offer the different kinds of languages to process the data. That is R also available in Jupyter Notebook, and Python is also available in Jupyter Notebook, and PyCharm is also available in Jupyter Notebook. There are different kinds of tools in the Jupyter Notebook. It is a free tool to analyze the data using the Python. And second one is the BigQuery. It is a Google Cloud storage. So that means a large amount of data will be there. So the data will be stored in one place. That is nothing but a warehouse, data warehouse. It is a BigQuery. It is nothing but a Google Cloud data warehouse for analyzing the large data set. It is the cloud-based data, and Snowflake is also cloud-based platforms. These two are the cloud-based platforms. That means a BigQuery and Snowflake are the cloud-based platforms. This is the a simple data analytics topics. And let me know if you have any doubts, then I clarify it. Or if I go to the next step, that is nothing but a simple uh, coding session using the data set. Okay, now I go to the next session. That is nothing but a simple coding session. So this is the Jupyter Notebook. So for example, you have to download. These are the steps to download the Jupyter Notebook. So simply type Anaconda download. So this is the Anaconda navigator. Then click on the Anaconda navigator, and after that you have to download the Anaconda navigator. There is very simple steps, and after that in your start button, click on the start button. You have to type the Jupyter Notebook. Then you have to appear the Jupyter Notebook window in our what is the Google or and any one of them. You have to open it in that. These are the simple steps. That is simply have to type the Anaconda navigator, and after that you have to download it, and after that open our in our start button. Simply have to type the Jupyter Notebook. Then you have to open the Jupyter Notebook in our uh, web browser. And there is also different kinds of Python platform will be there in online also. And one of the platform, it is nothing but a Google Colab. It is also offer the Python. And simply have to type the Google Colab. This is the Google Colab notebook. If you are not interested to download the Python in your system, then you are also work on the online also. That is nothing but a Google Colab. And the main difference in between the Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook is there is no nothing difference. Only one of the difference, it is nothing but runs in the browser, Google Colab. And advantage, it is nothing but a Google Colab, it is nothing but no need to download, and no need to download what are the things will be there. There is no thing. There is simply have to type the Google Colab and you have to enter it. And the disadvantage also there. One is nothing but it always requires the internet, but the Jupyter Notebook does not require the internet. It is offline also works. That is the main difference. It will be there. Well, the Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab. Based on your requirement, you can go for it. That is either Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab. So mostly we are using the Jupyter Notebook for analyzing the data. This is our Jupyter Notebook. Once you are opening the Jupyter Notebook, and you have to write down the libraries. These are the some of the libraries you are rarely used in the for data analysis. That means import pandas as a PD, and import numpy as np, and import matplotlib, and import cburn as an sns, and scikit-learn. They are the some of the libraries are available in the Jupyter Notebook. And these libraries also used in Google Colabs also. So first we discussed about what exactly called as a pandas and numpy, and pandas and numpy, and matplotlib, and cburn, and scikit-learn. And the first one, pandas. Pandas is used for data manipulation and analysis. This is nothing but pandas. Data manipulation purpose. And second one is the NumPy, used for the numerical analysis, numerical problems. NumPy as NP, numerical operations. And matplotlib, used for you have to create the different kinds of visualizations. The basic visualization used for that. And cburn also visualization tool, and SciPy, it is nothing but a statistical tool. As a data analyst, you are not relying on the basic data analytics. We will also go for the statistical analysis also. Basically, there are different kinds of statistical analysis will be performed. That is a t-test or chi-square test. Based on the requirement, we have to perform the statistical tests. So this library use it for the statistical analysis. and this one, you have to export it the data, because of the data will be in our laptop. That means the data will be there in our downloads. This is the data, bank churn data. I have to take the one simple data set that downloaded in our desktop. And the properties, once you have to see the properties and see the options and go to the properties. This the data set will be available in our downloads. So now going to that, a Jupyter Notebook. In this, you have to enter your location in our C, and in your users location, in our name, and in the downloads, and finally it is the that means it is our data set name, that is bank churn data. This is the data set I have to take. This is the code. You have to read the data in our local environment. I have to name it as data frame as df. Any name you have to take it. Take it as a data, take it as a data df. And mostly are using in our data analytics used as a name as df. the called as a data frame. DF it is nothing but a data frame. I have to read the data in our system. That is nothing but pd.read_csv of what are the file name. That means the file name, it is nothing but we have to observe that the file name and go to the show more options, and after that click the properties and you have to copy that. This is the location, and after that you have to copy the what are the file name will be there, and the file name is a csv file. That's why you have to enter as a csv file. And we'll also read the excel files also, and simply have to write down and pd.read_excel of. In that you have to remove the csv and you have to type it as .xlsx. Simply have to type it in that place .csv. So then first you have to run these are the libraries. You have to run the libraries first. I think my internet is very slow. That's why it takes some time. Yeah, this is the first you have to run the libraries. And after that, read the CSV file. Then read the CSV file is also completed. Then you have to see the data set. This is our data set. This is our data set in CSV data set. In this, you have to observe that how many rows and how many columns will be there. That is almost 10,000 rows will be there and 13 columns will be there. You have to see that how many rows and how many columns will be there. So after that, what are the columns will be there? These are the column names. You have to see that customer ID and surname and credit score and geography, gender and age and tenure and balance and number of products, and has CR card. That means has a credit card. Simply called it has a credit card. Is an active number or is estimated salary and is exited. This is the data set readings. That means first you have to importing the libraries. What are the libraries you have to need? You have to write down the libraries in one cell. This is called as a cell, and each and every one we can call as a cells. In this second cell, I have to write down the libraries. That is import pandas as a PD, numpy as np, matplotlib and seaborn and scipy. The pandas used to extract the data, and numpy is used for numerical operations, and these two are used for the basic visualizations, and this is used for a statistical analysis. This is the code to extract the data in our local system, and this is the code used for how many columns will be there, tf.columns. And I have to read the another file. That is nothing but once you have to write down the another cell, it is also in csv file in df2. It is stored in df2. It is stored in df. Once you have to see the difference, it is stored in df and it is stored in df2. Then you have to write down the df2. In this data consists of description of each column. This is also an important. As a new one, you are not understanding the domain because the data set is related to the banking domain. That's why what exactly shows the each and every column. That is the description. That is nothing but first one is nothing but a customer ID. You already know that customer ID. It is nothing but a unique identifier for each customer. Is it any domain? And each user consists of a customer ID or user ID. That is nothing but a customer ID. Here you can call it as a customer ID. And second one is nothing but surname. That is the customer's last name. And after that, credit score. And after the credit score, that is nothing but a numerical value representing the customers. You already know the credit scores. And next one, geography. the country. Geography means that is the country where the customer resides. And fourth column, it is nothing but gender. And next one is what is the customer's age, and tenure. What is the number of years of the customer has been there? That is nothing but a tenure. And third one is the balance. What is the customer account balance is there? And number of products. What are the number of products the customer you have to use? And has credit card. Is it whether the customer has a credit card or not? And is an active member, whether the customer is an active member or not? And what is the estimated salary? When the customer is churned, it is nothing but is a grouped member or not. That is nothing but churned. So this is the data set. First, I want to see that I already told you what is the null values will be there. Is it any duplicates values will be there in the data? Then you have to analyze the data. So simply have to write on the code of df dot is null dot sum of. That means this is used to identify the null values. Is it any null values is there in our data set? So in our data set, there is no null values will be there. So for example, in a data set consists of a null values. How can you handle it? This is the question arising. That means, for example, if you have a null values in our data, that means a more than 90% in a data set consists of a 1000 rows. For example, here 10,000 rows will be there. In the 10,000 rows, 90,000 rows or 90,000 rows are null values in a one particular column, in any one of the column. So the column is not useful for the analysis. And 90% or 99% or 85% or 60% or 50%. So the column is not useful for the analysis. So simply have to drop the column. If a column has only 25% or 10% or below 50%, I have to put it one benchmark. It is nothing but a less than 50% or less than 30%. Benchmark less than 30% have a column has less than 30% have null values. You have to handle it. There are different kinds of techniques will be there in the data analytics. You have to substitute those null values with mean or median or mode. There are different kinds of techniques. That is mean, median, mode. You have to substitute it. So here in our data set, there is no null values. But if a data set has a null values below 30%, then you have to fill the null values with mean or median or mode. You have to substitute based on our requirement, based on our domain. So that is the technique. That is the basic technique you are using. You have to substitute the null values. And is it any duplicate values is there in the data set? df dot duplicated dot sum of for all columns. How many duplicate values will be there? But in our data set has no duplicate values in this data set. This is the unique data set. So no issue. So we are following the two steps. And the first one, you have to read the data. This is the data set reading technique. That is pd.read underscore csv. And after that, you have to identify the null values. Is it any null values in there? This is a simple code to analyze the data, whether the column has is any null values or not. That is df dot is null dot sum of. If the column has a null values, then that means he has a one condition. If the column has null values below 30% or below 40%, then only you have to fill the null values with mean, median, or mode. If the column has more than 60% or 70% or 80%, then simply have to drop that column because the column has not useful for the analysis. That is the two steps. And after that, we can go for the duplicated. Is it any duplicate values will be there? So no duplicate values will be there. After that, what is the data? what data is there in our data set. You observe that. What is the data? So simply have to one of the code, it is nothing but df dot describe of. In this, you have to observe that there are different kinds of standard parameters will be in APS. While you have to write down that df dot describe of for all the columns, for only numerical columns, not for strings, not for the objects. So you have to see that customer ID. It is not useful for the analysis. And credit score. It is also useful for the analysis. And age also useful for the analysis. Tenure also useful for the analysis. And balance also useful for the analysis. Same thing, number of products. Has a credit card. Is an active number. Is an estimated salary. Is a churned. So in this, you have to observe that 25% of values will fall around the 584. Credit score is 584. 25% of values, that is means in our data set. What are the rows will be there? From out of the rows, 25% of values will fall around the 584. The value is 584. And age is 32. And tenure is 3 years. And balance is 0. And number of products is only 1. Here the number of product means is the customer has a credit card, or customer has a loan, or customer has a housing loan, or anything, or personal loan. That is nothing but a number of products. That the definition of the number of products. We already know the number of credit cards is a 0, and is an active number is also 0. What is the estimated salary? This is nothing but what is the 25% of values of credit score as 584. Now coming to the 50%. In our data, 50% of values have around 652. The credit score is 652. And 75% of values is around 718, that is 718. From the data, you have to observe that. Same thing, what is the mean value of the credit score? That is 650. What is the age? 38. Tenure is 5 years. And balance is 485. And as a number of credit cards, that is 1.5 has a credit card or anything. What is the mean value? You will also observe that. The count means total values. And what is the maximum value on the data? In the credit score, the maximum value is 850. And the age is 92. And tenure is 10 years. And the balance is the maximum values. In the same way, you will also observe that minimum values of the data. So this is our data set. Tells what the data will be there. What is the minimum value is there. What is the maximum value is there. What is the standard deviation. This is nothing but STD. It is nothing but a standard deviation. What is the standard deviation? That is 10 standard deviation, 2.84. That is the age is the 10 standard deviation is 10. And credit score is the 96. They are the standard deviation values also. So after that, this is that steps. First, you have to read the data using the pandas. And after that, what are the columns will be there? And after that, check the null values. And after that, check the duplicate values. And after that, check the what is the data is there in the data set. You have to observe that. And finally, you have to go for the analysis step. Finally, go for the analysis step. In that columns, what is the gender? I have to take the what is the count of the gender in our data set, and simply have to write down the count of sorry, that is you have to write down what is the df is our data set, that is simply called as a data frame of what is the gender, what is the column of gender will be there, that is the gender column. So you have to simply have to copy the gender column, and after that you have to place it in quotes. Here we are using the single quotes or multiple quotes, and this is the value. You have to count the values. How many male candidates is there and how many female candidates will be there in our bank. That is nothing but male candidates it is 5457, and female candidates are 4553. You have to observe that the data. In the same way, geography wise, then simply have to run the geography also. Same thing, both codes are same, but the data will be different. Here you have to observe that gender, and here observe that geography and which country. That means France has highest number of users, and this and the second place is the Germany, and third place is the Spain. You have to observe that, and after that you have to check the sanity check. That means, is it any customers is less than 18 and greater than 100, below 18 years and greater than 100 years, and there is no customers will be there in less than 18 years and greater than 100 years, and below 18 is also some of the customers will be there, but greater than 100 I think there is no customers will be there. That we have to check, that is it any customers below 18 years or greater than 100 years, but in our data tells us there is no customers in less than 18 or greater than 100. In the same thing, you have to check that credit score is less than 300 or greater than 900. Is it any customers? This is very important in the banking domain, because of below 300 users. What is the how many users will be there? The credit score is below 300, because of those customers have that means the default users of the bank. Credit score is below 300, that is the default users. That means I think it is nothing but 650 also, 650 or 700. The bank can be considered as a default of users. Can you increase that 500, then type it? Yeah, below 500 is also some of the data is there, and that is nothing but 632 columns will be there below 500. Credit score is or 400. Once you have to check that 400 also, if there is any customer, there is so many customers will there below 700. That is almost there, no, so only few customers will be there below 400 and greater than 900. So you have to put it as, once you have to try that 350, there is no customers, and 360 you have to try that, only few of the customers will be there, is less than 300 and greater than 900, just the customers will be there. Same thing, you have to analyze that, and the one of the product, it is nothing but a number of products. What is the number of products and how many customers will be there? And highest is the one product, only customer has only one product, is the highest number of users will be there in the data set. That is one product only, that is 5084, and two products of the customer is 4590 customers. Same thing, and three customers is the 266, and least one is the four products, that is 60 numbers. And the check that, but if the balance is less than zero, is it any customers is there? Balance is less than zero, and we are also check that $100, is it any customers will be there? Yeah, 3617 rows, that means 3617 customers will be there. Balance is less than 100. And same thing, tenure range, that means less than 10 and greater than 10, less than 0 and greater than 10, is it any customers will be there? And no, so tenure is less than 1, less than 1 some of the customers will be there, that is 413. Less than 1 years, these are the customers, and greater than 10. And same thing, you have to analyze the graph in a graph sheet. This is the customer age distribution. This is also called as a bell curve. From the bell curve, we have to observe that what are the most, that means what is the that means a interval, in which interval what is the most of the customer will be placed. So most of the customer, that the highest number of users are something, you have to like that 35 years or 60, 35 to 30 to 60 users, most of the customers in our bank. With the simple graph, you have to observe that. It is also called a bell shape, simply a bell shaped curve or anything we have got histogram curve or anything with an age distribution. From that, you have to observe that 30 to 50 years. Most of the customers will be placed in 30 years to 50 years. This the graph tells from the data. So once again, you have to see that what are the steps you have to follow. It first one is the imported the necessary libraries, and after that, read the data using the pandas. This PD is nothing but pandas. pd.read underscore csv of what is the file is located in your local system, and dot csv. If the data is a csv, then you have to enter the csv file. If the data is a json, then simply have to take excel file, then simply have to type it excel sx. In this you have to type it a excel of excel. After that you have to import the data, and after that you have to see the columns. What are the columns will be there in our data? So after that you have to check the null values. This is the step-by-step procedure. And after that you have to check the duplicated values. Is it any duplicate values will be there? And after that, what is the data set size and what the data tells? This is the df dot describe of. Df is the data frame dot describe of. And after that you have to go for the analysis part. How many gender users will be there, and how many geography wise users, and also check the sanity check. Is it any users is less than 18 and greater than 100? You have to check the credit score, and you also check that what are the number of products, and you have to check the balance, and you have to check the tenure, and finally you have to reach out that simple visualization tool. You have to check the what is the age description, how many customer you have to place in the age duration. Same thing is also balance also, account balance. Oh, most of the customer have balance of zero in this data, and some of the customers and few of the customers have balance is 10 1 lakh to 1500 1 lakh 50,000 or something. This is the data set, account balance distribution. And after that you have to assigning the bins also. From the credit band you have to assigning the bins of 300 credit score and 580 or 6080, and based on the bins you have to assigning the labels also. That is, if the 300, then you have to call as a poor, and 580 it is a fair, and 670 and good, and 740 a very good, and 80 that is nothing but an excellent, and something you have to like that. You have to see that what are the bins will be there. Fair users are 3350, and good users are and 2397, and poor users are 2393, and very good only 1215, and excellent have only 645 users will be there from the data. In the same way we are assigning the bins to the balance also. If -1 or 0, you have the zero balance, and low balance, and medium or high, you have to assigning the balances also. So the customer have high balance is nothing but 4799, and the zero balance of 3617, and medium is 1509. And the same thing, you have to go for the different kinds of analysis and based on our requirement. This is our simple coding session. Have you any doubts regarding this? Yeah, sure. We'll share it the link also. And the last step, it is nothing but a visualization tool explanation. Yeah, this is the Power BI. And go to the installation. It is a free version of Power BI. And simply in Google, you have to download Power BI desktop. You have to download it. This is the Microsoft tool, and you have to click the Microsoft something. It is nothing but this one also. You have to simply have to download option will be there, and same thing you have to go for a start button. Then you have to enter the Power BI desktop. Simply have to take the Power BI desktop, and after that click on the sign in, or same thing, any one of them. Download Power BI desktop, and different kinds of versions will be there based on our Microsoft. Based on your system requirement, you have to download the Power BI desktop. And after that, once you have to download, then simply in your start button type Power BI desktop. Then this one will be APS. This is the Power BI tool, the main page. In the left side consists of different kinds of icons. Hello. Sorry. Yeah. In the left side, there are different kinds of options will be there. On right side also different kinds of options will be there. So in the left side, you have to see the report view. This is the report view. This is the first landing page. You can call it as a report view. And the second one is the table view. Is it any table will be there? Here you have to appear the table. And this one is the model view. For example, you have a different kinds of tables will be there. You have to join the tables based on our requirement. That is the left join or right join, inner join, and outer join. There are different kinds of joins will be there. You have to create the joins also. This is the left side icon. Now coming to the filters, there are different kinds of filters will be there. In the right side, that is nothing but a filter on this page. Entire page you have to filter the data. Filter on all pages. That is nothing but you have a different kinds of pages will be there. You have to apply a single filter also. In this case, filter on all pages. This one is the filter on only this page, and this one is filter on all pages. This is the visualization plane, and there are different kinds of charts are available in the Power BI. And this is the stacked bar chart, stacked column chart, and clustered bar chart, and clustered column chart, and 100%. There are different kinds. That is the and line chart, and funnel also, and table also, and matrix and filters. These are the slices and filters. So there are different. What are the table will be needed? You have to take that. This is the data view. So how to export the data? So simply you have to one of the option. It is nothing but get data. Simply have to click the option of get data. So in this, there are different kinds of options will be there. These are the options. It is nothing but a data sources. In this, it is an Excel. Then click on the Excel. It is the Power BI semantic model. That means you have already done a Power BI. Then you have to export it as in desktop. That we have to use the Power BI desktop. This is also one of the data flows. And SQL Server, it is nothing. For example, if the data will be placed in one place, that is nothing but a database. Then simply have to call it as SQL Server page, or blank query, or anything. If it is a text or CSV in our local data, then click the text or CSV, and simply have to click the text or CSV. Then you have to appear this one. This is the landing page. After that, click on the what is the data will be there. I have to export the same table, that is bank chart table, and simply have to open it. Then you have to option of, there are two kinds of options will be there. That is the load or transform the data. Simply have to load the data. So this is the data. Here you have to click that icon. Then what are the columns will be there? You have to see that. What are the columns? In the same way, you have to see the table in the left side. Click on the left side. This is the table. So coming to that, same thing. I have to create a simple visualization. So I have to take a bar chart. You have to click on the bar. Then bars will be made. Then simply, this is the simply a drag and drop tool. Drag. And I am to take the balance also y axis. This is not one. Okay. So gender wise. Yeah, you have to see that. When the gender is an x-axis, you have to take that. And sum of ages. Total sum of ages. It is not a thing. I am to take that count also here. It is nothing but a count. How many female candidates will be there? That is 547 female candidates. Male candidates, sorry. And 4543 female candidates will be there. That is nothing but a count. You have to simply have to see that. Then different kinds of you have to options. And geography also. I have to take that another one. Same thing. I have to take the bar chart. And I have to take the geography also. And same thing, I have to take the count of geography. This is the geography count. This one. How many customers will be there from the France and Germany and Spain? There are different kinds of customers. That 5054 customers will be there, and 2509 customers from the Germany, and 2477 customers from the Spain. This is the simple visualization tool. And in this visualization tool, we are also created the different kinds of columns. You have to, that means you have to create the different kinds of columns and based on the existing data. From the existing data, you have to create the columns also, and go to the transform data, and after that add the column, and after that created the conditional columns or whatever it is. You have to create the columns also. So this is the simple visualization tool you have to give, and after that you have to share the data to the what are the client will be there, what are the product team will be there. Here the publish the option will be there, and after the saving you have to publish the data in your workspace, and you can share the workspace to the client or product team or engineering team. Then the engineering team see the daily KPIs or weekly KPIs or monthly KPIs in this one only. Yeah, and that's it. And okay, uh, yeah, installation steps of a Power BI also, and how to do this in data visualization. Yeah, and I have to share the one sheet to the how to install the Power BI, and I have to share the our what is the sorry, I have to share the sheet to the coordinator. Then you have to take that. Is it any questions? And once again, thanks for giving this opportunity to the coordinator and principal sir and Dr. Surya Babu sir. Have
Friends,
any questions, guys?
do you have any questions?
Guys, have you any questions? Yeah, sure. I will share the PPT to the and coordinator. You have to take that. Actually, data analytics is a large topics will be there, but some of the topics will not covered in this session due to the time limit. That's the only one thing.
Okay, sir, I will conclude this one.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much, Mr. B.V. Satyanarayan Garu, for
Mhm.
wonderful session on data analytics and AI data and AI development. The way you explained was truly enlightening. The session has greatly enriched our understanding of the topics and received excellent appreciation from all our participants. The insights on real-time analytics and practical applications were extremely useful for all our participants. And on behalf of Atal FDP Organizing Committee and RITE Principal and Management and all participants, we express our heartfelt thanks to you for your valuable contribution. Thank you once again. Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good night, all of you. Yeah.
Dear participants, today's session is completed. Tomorrow we'll meet you at sharp 6 p.m. Thank you. Have a great day. Good night.